from SoFi Stadium. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. And as the Raiders take over on offense, we get to see the man who has been the leader of this team for 9 seasons now, under center Derek Carr. On play action, it's Carr. That's caught by Hollister. Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now. To throw, it's Carr. He's going to let this one go deep. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. Throwing his Carr on third down. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. And that'll bring up fourth down on a big sack with a loss of 5. Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away. Back deep, Brandon Powell. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And taken right at the 35. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. And here comes Matthew Stafford leading the Rams offense out there, just as he did last season when he captured his first and the Rams' second Super Bowl title.
And he's had such a sensational season to this point, leading the NFL in passing yards. He's been helped out a lot by an outstanding set of receivers, and he's quick to give them credit. I think even they would tell you that he's the guy that makes this offense go.
And this one is incomplete.
They are such a talented team at defending the perimeter and taking away throws to the outside. Great confidence, great skill.
Throwing on third down, Stafford. They'll get this into the hands of Van Jefferson. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. And the Rams hit 11-1 now on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Stafford completes it to Robinson. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 13-yard line. From the red zone now, Stafford. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Allen Robinson with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Rams put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. The extra point by Gain is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. On fourth down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. A punt of 46, a return of 5. And they will take over 1st and 10. Stafford, and the Rams come right out of the locker room. And now they're going to fake it.
Another not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead they can experiment a little bit. But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Here's Carr. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Carr now on first down. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Aaron Donald, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. 7th play in this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Carr now to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing.
Back now here on EA Sports. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. It's the Rams out in front here. They've got control of the football as well as we get set for the 4th quarter. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. On first down, Stafford here. And this is taken in at the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Akers again. Yeah, this time he'll get down close to the goal line, but not quite in as he's stopped at the 1-yard line. Now Stafford on 3rd and goal. Touchdown! Matthew Stafford does it again. 5 touchdown passes. And the Rams are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Carr going to throw. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. Throwing his Carr on third down. Over the middle, complete. It's Jacobs. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Carr's throw complete there to Johnson. So the completion gets him just a yard, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Now Carr. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Throwing here, Stafford. That's into the hands of Jacob Harris. And they're going to move it down the inside the 25. Well, this one probably not the close game you would expect or hope to see in prime time, CD. But, of course, that wasn't their intent in preparing for this one. They said they felt like their offense was ready to put up some points. And, my goodness, it has been a dominant display in front of a national audience. Yeah, they thought it, and it certainly came to fruition, didn't it? They've been dominant in so many ways in this one. If you weren't paying attention to this... And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Gay is on for the point after. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year. And our score will stay right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff. Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose, but you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure, because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25, so at a minimum, you're giving up 10 yards. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. After the interception, here's Stafford. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Well, when they said before the game that they were going to try and execute every second of this contest, I guess that was taken literally, because here they are in the final moments of the 4th, putting another touchdown on the board, Charles, to add to this big lead. Not a big believer in 110%, but it certainly applies here, doesn't it? Because some guys just can't go with less. As long as there's time left on the clock, they're pushing to get to the end zone one more time. They don't really care about what the optics show. They just want to finish the game off the way that they like to play it. Full speed, all right. Not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time, and going to give this offense better field position. And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a mishit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now Carr. Throw right side into the hands of Foster Moreau. This game, it was well in hand early, never